Hello everyone, happy to meet you all in this video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a general market update on the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and what I've been listening to other investors in the market. And as a general disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, and for your investing decisions, please consult a proper financial planner or advisor and choose your investing options. And all the details what I give in this video are sourced from Google or internet and other credible resources. So do your own research and study before making any investments. In the past, I've made a video stating that I'll not be investing in Bitcoin. However, with the change in technology and the speed at which it evolves, I'm forced to reconsider what's happening. And then today I'm just thinking of options on how to invest, not my significant portions of wealth, but at least just to start with where Bitcoin goes and how the performance is, just to see how it goes. So a general overview. A Bitcoin is not a regular currency as you use US dollars or Indian rupee or Hong Kong dollars or Singapore dollars. It's not a regular currency. It's a digital currency, which I believe is going to be the future, built on a blockchain technology. So if you ask me what is a blockchain technology, I'll just go through a superficial overview. It's simply a platform or a technology which enables people or any company to transact. It could be money, a commodity, or contracts, or anything. It could be transacted in a better way. The technology is such that the information, the details of all such transactions are recorded, and no alterations can be done to manipulated complete process. So that's the advantage of it. So what happens is whenever there is a transaction requests initiated, let's say a party A initiates a transaction request to party B, then all the validation process starts before this transaction. So this could be your card details, your personal identity, your place, your location, many other details depending upon the transaction, and then it maps it to the open blockchain technology where there are many other vendors or people who can fulfill your request. That could be open or that could be closed. For example, it could be to any number of person in an open community, or it could be specifically addressed to a particular service provider. So both the ways it can be done. And once it finds a particular vendor, it blocks or it connects both of you such that all the transactions take through, and such transaction details are formed or encrypted in a block, and these blocks keep adding up, forming a blockchain. And after this transaction is done, no party can manipulate the data stored in these blocks, which is already formed as a chain, and its integrity is much high. That's what a blockchain technology is. And the cryptocurrency or a Bitcoin in general, which is usually built on such blockchain technology, the cryptos does not have any intrinsic value, and the supply is not regulated or governed by any country or bank. So that's the overview of blockchain technology and the crypto. Now, the control of currency I have highlighted in red here. The main reason is it's a danger, or the evolution should be in such a way that the banks, the prominent big banks or the governments should impose some rules and regulations to control the cryptos trading or crypto transaction. So until they step in, this is tough to regulate, right? So that's the main drawback of this. And the best part about the Bitcoin or cryptos built on blockchain technology is its record and tracking. They are unalterable. Nobody can manipulate it, and all transactions are recorded. Right? That's the best thing. And these transactions are anonymous for any third party. For example, party A to party B, they could know each other. However, anybody who has all the transaction details will never know who's who. And that's always anonymous. So now coming to what you see, read, listen, hear on the media, there are always two sides of news. One, they say Bitcoin or the cryptos was going to be the future, and the other will say, no, this is just a bubble and it's going to burst and all these things, right? There's always two sides of the coin. Now, for you to make a decision, or if you're keen on investing in Bitcoin, what I would suggest is first source of the news. First, check the source of the news. Is it credible? Written by who? And why they have written it? And then that could be some author who have just randomly picked up a topic and written this news, right? And after which he would have written a completely different subject. So don't base your decisions based on such authors. Base your decisions on an author who has been completely reporting about the Bitcoin industry, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoins, etc., right? So that is more credible news. And then go by choosing magazines like Forbes or something which is more credible, Wall Street Journal and all those things. Don't look at your local media papers for news and base your decisions. So these are the things which you have to take. And then warning. One warning what I would like to say here is choosing a crypto exchange or a platform and a real life case study which I have heard from my friend which led to permanent loss of capital. So I'm not sure how 100% true it is, but this is what one investor who is close to my friend circle have experienced. So there are n number of platforms or websites which are beautifully designed and which will ask you to subscribe or log in and then fund your account so that you can buy cryptocurrencies, right? Now, the best part of certain ethical companies or such websites, they allow you can actually see what's happening and then you can rely on them basically. Whereas other substandard ones, they will ask you to fund your account and after which they will just tell you that you're owning Bitcoin or cryptos, whereas you will not be able to sell it or redeem into a cash, and then your capital is lost. One such guy who has chosen substandard exchange has lost like $1,500 or something, and then in my close friend circle. And there are also others who have made 1,000% growth or something in Bitcoins. So I have cases of both sides. So the conclusion here, what I'm saying here is you have to choose a proper standard platform or an exchange for investing in cryptos. So that has to be taken care of and you have to do your research. Now, coming to crypto usage, recently I published on my Facebook page that in the place where I live, Hong Kong, I have seen cryptos being accepted as a form of payment. So as you can see in this image, this is in a normal local market store where they have stated clearly that they can accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and elsewhere LTC. I don't know what is LTC, but yeah, that's also a currency. So this means this is actually coming more into actual usage, but I don't have any details of how this actually works or have anybody made such payments. I have no idea. I'm trying to find out from the local markets from the grassroots level. And if at all I have an update, I'll post a video on that. Now, choosing a portfolio size, and before we jump into it, let me show you a quick update here. Now, this is the Bitcoin US dollars rate. So if you see today, being a Sunday, it's being traded, which means Bitcoins can be traded 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So there's no market end or start, day, time, etc. It has no rest hours. All over the night you can keep trading. That's good sign, or I don't know, like, and if you see 1 month, it's 116%. 6 months, over 300%. 1 year, 384. 5 years, 10,000%, and over 12,000% max, right? So its price keep increasing, and the previous resistance level for the Bitcoin was somewhere around 20,000 USD here in 2017. That is December 2017. And if you carefully observe, it's almost at the same time, November, December area, where the previous resistance was crossed, and then it's like zoomed till $40,000 as of this morning, and then now the price is slightly it was 40,000 and then it's 39 over 39,000. So that's the status of Bitcoin pricing. Now, institutional investors, if you go to Forbes, I just read an article, 20 institutional Bitcoin investors revealed, but soon the list may vanish. Wow, that's something you have to read, and you have to read the complete article to know what's going on, and then continuously update your the information. For example, I would say these are the 20. Sorry, I'll shut this ad off. It's annoying. Yeah, the big Bitcoin owners revealed, right? This is as of June 30, 2020. So we are already 6 or 7 months past it. So there could be more fund managers into it. Now I'll just sort this by asset under management, right? So Slatestone, Rothschild, I have never heard about him, and Boston Private Wealth, all these guys, blah, blah, blah. I would say, let me choose who has invested most. That's $26,000 worth. ARK. So ARK is a premier, I would say, a good fund management company which I know. So that means a company which I know has already invested into it. I'll just read out the news. While many of the names are well-known, mutual funds like ARK invest with 4.5 billion in assets under the management. So you have to note that 4.5 billion assets under the management, right? So the point I'm trying to drive here is simple. A company which is having $4.5 billion under assets, and then let's go here. Now, let's assume, the company is having, let's say, $1 billion in assets, and the portfolio allocation, they are just using low single-digit numbers to invest in Bitcoin, but that's significant, right? A 2% of 1 billion is, right, 20 million US. So 20 million US being invested into Bitcoins will obviously drive the price high. Whereas retail investors like you and me who are pumping in, let's say, I would say, let's put it as $10,000. Just you want to invest $10,000, and you will not be able to drive the price so high. I will just go to the main screen which I shared there, and then let's look at here. Right now, a 2% of $1 billion industry, that is $1 billion company, when they buy 20 million worth Bitcoin, obviously the price will go high like this, right? So, however, they're just buying 2% or 5% of their portfolio, right? So what I would say is, if at all you want to buy Bitcoin, and if you want to actually feel the experience or get the experience of investing in Bitcoin, I would say have a basket. Basket is like something where you have an investable surplus. Investable surplus, what I mean is you have your emergency funds, you have your goals attained, and you have enough money that you don't know what to do about it. Then consider that surplus, and that surplus, let's assume it's $10,000, right? Or let's say you have 20,000 US dollars. And I would say if you have 20,000 US dollars, allocate 5% of it. That's 1,000 US dollars, and see what's happening with that $1,000. So by this, you will get an experience of what's happening in the Bitcoin industry, and then you stay invested. And I think if you're happy losing $1,000 by Bitcoin crashing down, if you can accept or tolerate that risk, go ahead. However, if you cannot invest so much money, and then you can reduce it to 2%, which is US dollars 400, and then start investing, because all the majority of them have invested 2% or 1% or under 5%. So by that, you can also invest 2% of your investable surplus and 400 US dollars. So that's how we can consider to invest. Don't put your $20,000 or $50,000 unless your investable surplus is so high, right? So that's what I'm trying to drive here. And a quick market update about what PayPal is doing about cryptocurrencies, what Square is doing. ARK Funds, I spoke about it. They are one of the biggest fund managers who have already bought Bitcoins worth 20 million or something. Gemini Exchange, which is, again, Winklevoss twins, MicroStrategy, and Paul Tudor Jones. I'll give a quick market update on all these things. The top 20 institutional investors, as I said here, these are the list. However, these are backed by, these are written on June 30. And here's one more news where big money finds Bitcoin in 2020. Hedge funds, service providers, intelligence firms, and high-profile investors buying into Bitcoin. Now, I find this to be very funny, the yellow color gold coin-like structure. So the Bitcoin does not come in physical form like this. It's just a graphical representation, and And some of them have asked me like, how can you show me a photo of Bitcoin? I said, no, I don't have a Bitcoin, and that coin doesn't resemble like as it's shown here. Now going to MicroStrategy, the CEO of MicroStrategy says, this is his exact words. This is what he has said about buying into, why he has invested into Bitcoin, and these are his reasons, right? To reiterate, world's largest intelligence firm notes that Bitcoin is a dependable store of value and long-term appreciation potential, appeals to both individual and institutions. It's legitimate asset and can be superior to cash. Now, it's the CEO of MicroStrategy's view, and Paul Tudor Jones, kind of following Paul Tudor Jones. And let's read about this. When a hedge fund manager worth nearly $6 billion makes a move, people notice. Yes, they are called as market movers. Warren Buffett is a market mover. Paul Tudor Jones is a market mover, because when they make a move, when they buy an asset, the price goes sky high, right? So when Paul Tudor Jones announced in May that he would be allocating low single digits percentage, this is what I told you, low single digits percentage. That's why I told you, this is what I derived from less than 5% or 1%, 2% of your investable surplus you could consider to invest in Bitcoin. Now, while the low single digit may not sound like very much, but only a few percentage points allocated from 5 billion fund is a hearty sum. That's what I told you. That's what I calculated and showed you. Even 1 or 2% of a 5 billion can drive the price of Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies to sky high, right? And we buying few $1,000s will not even change or affect the prices as much as the market makers do. And let's view about PayPal. And this is something interesting. Now PayPal, they have announced that PayPal is a payment platform, fintech platform, where you, instead of using cash or your card details directly, you can just use your PayPal account, and then you can buy things and sell things and do many things with PayPal, right? And here's the interesting thing: you can now buy Bitcoin on PayPal for $1. That's amazing. I have a PayPal account. I don't have to go to any substandard broker or exchange. And what I can do is, for $100 I can buy Bitcoin, or $1,000 I can buy Bitcoin, right? And then see how it goes. So that's why I like PayPal. PayPal has been pretty much established, and it's a good company. And now it's opening up more payment options. Now, if you see top 10 largest US banks, JP, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells. Okay, let's look at the source, RiskEdge. So I don't know when this largest top 10 US banks have been, data has been taken from, but just for the sake of the video, you can see two disruptors, PayPal and Square. Both are payment fintech platform disruptors who have already invested or bought Bitcoin. And all the old banks haven't ventured into it. So this we have to really carefully read about and then take note of. And that's an interesting thing about PayPal. And let's go back to the presentation. Now, coming to it, yeah, I spoke about PayPal, Square, Arc Fund, Gemini, Winklevoss twins. Yes, let's go to Winklevoss twins. So Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, I follow them on Twitter. They are amazing. The reason why I say amazing is they are believed to be the first to reach billionaire status by investing in Bitcoin alone, not stocks, nothing else, just by Bitcoin, right? And they're reportedly holding about like 100,000 coins worth $950 million as of June 2020. So now I think they would have, since the Bitcoin price have doubled from 20,000 to 40,000 as of today, like they would have doubled their wealth almost, like, right? So that's about the Winklevoss twins, who are famous investors on Bitcoin, and they have also launched the Gemini exchange in 2015. So with the Gemini exchange, you can trade cryptos, I believe, and you can just go and have a look at the Gemini exchange, right? And now coming to a quick update on Bitcoin and blockchain investing. While if you're scary about Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, you can consider blockchain. That's going to be the next generation technology. And as you know, blockchain is opening up possibilities for many global commodity or any payment transactions across the globe between any party. So I felt like blockchain is more reliable than Bitcoin or cryptocurrency itself. So from the Motley Fool website, I've just picked some stocks which are into blockchain investing, and Riot is one which I'm carefully watching on, and then DocuSign is other. So you can read through this article and find more about it. And where to buy Bitcoin? For me, the easiest place would be PayPal, because I already have an account, my card is connected, I can just go and buy some crypto over it. And these are the areas where you can buy Bitcoins from, and the source is from Balance. So you can do more research on each of these and then find out. Binance, I've heard some of my investor friends who have used Binance for buying cryptos. And Robinhood, as you all know, that's the best for low-cost stock investing and etc. Others, I have not heard anything about them, so you can do more research and find out more. So that's all about my update on cryptos. And if at all you're investing in cryptos, do share your thoughts and share your journey on Bitcoin investing with me, and I'll be happy to update on my website as well as in the videos. Anyways, happy investing, guys, and stay safe. See you on in next video. Bye.